Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm hoping that my voice can put me to sleep. When I hear myself talk, I go to sleep faster. I've been up since like 12 yesterday, 12 noon, as in, well, excuse me, midnight, not noon. And I'm gonna get a little bit of sleep. I got my last day for the week of work, and I want to try to find something to do on my 2 days off. Well, I have this orientation for school. Oh, yeah, good news, guys. I am definitely going to be enrolled, not enrolled. That means that's like matriculation, like into like being in the system in like a college or school. I will be registered for class, not classes, but class for September. So I don't gotta stress about that anymore. Cause I was so happy today. Like they're gonna, he was telling me I should be able to get on like a payment plan. Cause I'm saving too for like for something else. But a payment plan, and they'll take care of me for this everything. It's an anthropology class, and I'll incorporate. Well, I'll share with you guys some things that I learned in my class, if it's interesting or not. If you find it interesting. But I was just watching this video. It made me want to do this one because I'm just tired right now. So the internet is like a big. The internet is like the real world, but it's just virtual. And depending on your interests, what you like will be like your feed is a reflection of what you like to watch. And there are parts of the internet that I advise people to stay away from. Stay away from the news. If you choose to comment on videos, stay away from the news. Stay away from race related topics. Stay away from it's race related topics, the news, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, pretty much. Just news and race. Because it gets ugly. It gets real ugly. They always say religion, politics, sexuality. On here, religion, well, no, politics and the news. I'm getting a little tired, but I transition over. I guess you could say the more Christian, religious side of YouTube. This is the only site that I use, and I was telling somebody that a lot of the other sides, like the sides of YouTube that are like Vlad TV, and I just stopped watching the news again. I'm back to being secular since non-secular. I'm getting tired. I went back to being non-secular as of Sunday, but like those Vlad TV videos, people that watch Vlad TV, Adam 22, those hood like interviews, stay away from those type of videos because they are saturated with haters. They are saturated with people, and a hater to me is someone in life that I don't believe there's really no deadline on being successful in life. Like there's really no point where you should just throw in the towel. But for people that are haters, they feel that there is a deadline. And haters are usually those that have just given up in life. So they feel better putting people down. And like I said, it goes on, and dead end jobs, you have haters, you have haters in the neighborhood. I refuse to hate on anybody, but I find that the Christian community or the religious or spiritual or righteous community, whatever you want to call it, the people that are trying to live by the Bible accordingly, that are trying to live by the Bible, I find them to be more like I've yet to really. The only haters you get in the religious communities are the atheists and the agnostics, and I refuse to go back and forth with them. I tell it. I make it clear on here. I'm not debating no atheists. Just take that somewhere else. If you don't believe in God, that's on you. But it's like the Christians, you're not really gonna find haters in the Christian community. I mean, the only hating I will call out is when you have like somebody gay that's like a pastor or a preacher, and I see some of the comments. Now, they are telling the truth, but I don't think deep down they care. I'm a Christian too, but I don't think they really care what they're doing in their private life. Like, like honestly, and as much as it doesn't seem like this is the case for me, but I feel like you have to be very euphemistic when you talk to gay Christians or people struggling with their sexuality, because you have to understand that this is part of who they are. I don't agree with it anymore. Like, I used to indulge in it myself, but this is part of who they are. It is like when because I once felt that too when I was younger, when people would say, when I remember this girl in my 10th grade class, she said how, this is before gay marriage was like legal, she said that gay marriage was disgusting. And I felt some kind of way about that. Even though I was a little confused about myself, I felt like my confusion and my sexuality was part of me. And you have to understand that when you say things like when you have like a gay priest or a gay pastor, their sexuality is part of who they are. So it's like when you talk about that, it's like you're putting them down. So I understand you have to be careful with your words. So it's like, I'm not saying like Christians are haters for calling out, for telling the truth to gay pastors or whatever, but like, it's not hating, telling the truth, but some of the comments, it does come off like hating. Like, if you're really sincere and you want someone to change, so they can get to heaven like the rest of us are. I'm not talking about you, but some people, not everybody is genuine when they talk about like, when I see, if you type in gay, it was this video of this gay pastor, and they were going off on him. And I'm like, most people don't even care. I know you don't care what this man does behind closed door. I mean, I guess if it doesn't involve kids, but most people don't care. But if you really, really care, I'm not talking about you, but the people that don't care, you are hating in a way. But other than that, there is no hate. There is no hate in the Christian community. That's what I like about it so much. There is really, when you think about it, there is no hate. For the most part, there is no hate. But those other sections of YouTube, social media, yeah, you deal with people that have nothing to do but to just put people down. And that's why I don't watch that kind of content, and I don't comment on videos with that kind of content, because those are the kind of people, like, haters are the kind of people that are attracted to channels like that. But one more thing, because I'm getting a little tired. One thing I had to learn about the internet is this: your what people have to say regarding your channel, if it's your page, I always felt like what someone has to say, it should not matter if it's your page. Like if I'm talking about something, what someone else's opinion, whatever they have to say is irrelevant. I mean, not irrelevant, but it doesn't matter. It's not it's like this. I'm getting tired. And I'm talking about what I think about. Let's say I'm talking about cornbread, like why Jif cornbread tastes horrible. I mean, I like Jif's cornbread, but if I Jiffy cornbread, not the peanut butter, but Jiffy cornbread. If I say it tastes horrible, and if somebody say, "Oh, it tastes great," I love Jiffy cornbread. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. I'm on my channel talking about why it tastes horrible. Now, if you have an opinion and you think that Jiffy's cornbread is great, don't come on my page talking about that. You go on your page and you make that video because this is my page. And another thing too, what other people have to say doesn't matter. Because the only people that should matter, only people whose opinion should matter are those that are closest to us, our loved ones, the people that we could feel, that we could touch. Those are the people that matter. The rest of the people on here are just most don't even have videos. That's another thing. I'm not saying you that like just because you don't have videos, your comment like if like you probably like, oh, well, what if the comment is good? That's not what I'm saying, but it's like people that have so much negativity to say, that have so much that always have something to say. They don't, most of the time they don't produce videos, so it's like they don't matter by just based off of that. They don't matter, and that's something I had to understand. That's why on this page, like a little after when this page first initiated, I stopped allowing comments because I had to tell myself people on here are only watching for a few reasons, mostly because they want to make either the comment section centered around what they have to say, or they have something absurd or irrelevant to the conversation. So it's like they stop watching when you don't allow comments, and that's how you know who's watching you for you, or or who's just watching just to say something ridiculous. But yeah, these these comments, these people on here, these trolls, man, I just ignore any kind of troll, and I don't entertain it.